What is up, SFL Nation? And welcome back to PGI, where we are joined with a good friend of mine, Mr. Jacob Clear. He is the owner of the Charleston Predators, and they just came off a fantastic win. Very exciting win over the Louisiana Revolution. How are you doing, Jacob?
I'm well, Ashley, and I hope you are too. Good to be back on PGI. I like to jump on after an important game. And look, it was good to get the season back to a point where we could start to believe in a potential post-season campaign. Obviously, this division makes it so much harder. But lost last week to Baltimore kind of snapped our momentum a little bit, but good to get a win back up and also to get a win on the road. We haven't won on the road since season 18. I think it's been quite some time. So, really uplifting result.
Absolutely. I know it definitely was. And it was an exciting game in the sense that they had a chance to come back in the fourth quarter. I think it was like maybe 3 minutes left. And you guys, your defense stifled that opportunity by a key interception by Sam Blotner. Go back to that moment and tell us what was going through your mind during that whole time.
Yeah, well, you're right. It was a moment where it looked like it might have started to slip. We had an injury to one of our tailbacks that meant that a backup had come in, and that meant that the offense wasn't quite what we wanted it to be for a large portion of the second half. But it was great for Sam. Sam had a tough week at home against Baltimore the previous week. It was just kind of one of those sims where he just struggled to contain in the offensive moments where he was involved. So a really good moment for him because he's been very good for us this season, and he fully deserved that interception and took his chance. And yeah, it was a key moment because we were at that point where we just needed a moment that iced the game away, and he took it.
Tell me, did you have to prepare differently for this game against Louisiana versus the other teams that you had to play against this season?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every team has different strengths and weaknesses that we have to take into account. And obviously, both of these teams have a really important feature back that they run through. And we recognized last week that we were very exposed to T-Roy gains, and we had to lock that up because Dwayne Salmons is similarly elite in that sense when they put him out there and they run him to the outside a lot. So we had to make adjustments to the outside of our defense, and we were putting coverage on, particularly in our base formation defensively. So that was the key point: was can we isolate Dwayne Salmons, which I felt we did, and I think that's what got us the win in the sense that we were able to really lock him down and force Tommy Utah to pass. And I think he threw under 30% completion percentage. So it all fell into place defensively, and that's what set us up for the win on the road.
Awesome. Well, everybody is showing improvement. Definitely since the start of the season. You guys are definitely one of those teams. I am very anxious and excited to see how you finish and how deep you make it into the playoffs, Jacob. Thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate it, Ashley.
Have a good one. All right, back to you in the booth. Welcome back to PGI, where I am joined with a great friend of mine, Mr. Adam Wiseman. He is, head coach, co-owner, and offensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Ramblers. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well, Ashley. It's a good day to be a Rambler.
Hey, I know it is. Any victory, what is it? Victory Sunday is a good day,
Yep. Victory Sundays are always fun.
Absolutely, but it was almost not a victory. Just watching the game, kind of watching some of the highlights. It was very slow in the first half, like no points scored until like maybe towards the end, like 30 seconds left in the second quarter. And then it just seems like a flip switched and you guys were just on a roll. So kind of go over what happened in your mind during this game.
Yeah, so we started off. I mean, we were moving the ball The first drive, get down to the 1, have the unfortunate fumble that Tulsa was able to return, and you're kind of thinking, oh no, here we go again. And we battled back, got points up on the board late in that first half, and then we got the big return from Viper, and that kind of kickstarted us. And once we're ahead, I feel like that's where our offense really shines with Christian Pierce and letting him just do his thing, and Joel Harleman back there. So, we want to try to get the early lead and then just kind of beat you into the ground and make you succumb.
There you go. Well, that you did. You were able to get that off. So, what changed? Because you guys seem like you were kind of struggling there for the beginning part of the season.
Well, sorry, I didn't. I think part of that was the schedule. We played first 6 games. We played 4 playoff teams, and then we did flip a switch. We made a change. Me and Chad switched sides of the ball, and since then we've gone 3-1. So I say I know nothing about offense. Chad says he knows nothing about defense, but apparently we know something. So we're just going to kind of let this roll and see how we finish the season.
I agree. Sometimes you need fresh eyes and a fresh outlook on things in order to kind of see things differently. So you guys are on the right path. Good luck to you for the rest of the season, Adam.
I appreciate it. Have a good one, Ashley.
You too. Back to you in the booth. Welcome back to PGI, where I am joined with a good, great, fantastic friend of mine, Mr. Pauly Truth. Oh man, one of the owners of the newly crowned Pacific Division champs, Seattle Nemesis, coming off their 5th win in a row, winning this game 62-31 over the Denver Nightwings. Man, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fabulous, Ashley. I appreciate you having me here with you. What a feeling. I'll tell you what, after that game against Denver, feeling good, man.
I know you are. So, man, did you ever feel like you guys were going to be in this position to actually be number 1 in the Pacific Division? I know, as long as I've known you, you've always been probably one of the biggest fans since you've been on that team of the Nemesis and always trying to push them to that limit. But did you ever think that you guys would make it this far?
Yes, absolutely. Coming into the season, I was under the impression we were going to be pretty good, but I set my expectations really high, and I'm glad I did because we're here in this position now and living up to all of the hype and just going out there and proving everyone to what we actually are as a team. And got to give shout out to everybody on the team from the bottom up. Every single person in Seattle has helped get us to where we are in just a short time, and we haven't even scratched the surface. Ashley, that's the scary thing, that who knows what the limit is for us, and we're going to find out each week how good we can be and slowly get to the top. I don't know, I'm just rambling. I'm just excited, happy to be here in Seattle with this team, with the family, and vibes are good right now, Ash.
That's good to hear. You said that this particular win means something much more to you. Would you care to share with us what that is?
Yeah, absolutely. The morning of our game, it was yesterday, Friday. Um, got a call from my mom. My pap died. He passed away. Uh, Prayers out to us. I'm doing a little better. It's the old, just glad he's not in pain anymore. So I understand it. It's part of life. But to go out there that same day to get a touchdown, everything kind of all came together at that point, and it was just it was a special moment for me. It meant a lot to clinch the Pacific Division. It meant a lot for the team, in our third season. It's a really great time in the SFL and in Seattle, and the sky's the limit. And I wish we didn't have a bye week this week. I'm mad. Cam, put us on tomorrow.
I know you're ready to get back out there and start cooking again, but um, I will say a special prayer for you and your family for peace of mind and for acceptance. Condolences to you and your family. And, you know, I can understand why that win meant so much to you, and I hope everybody else does too. I am truly excited to see how far the Nemesis is going to go. And I'm curious to know one more question. I have one more question for you. How do you plan, or how do you guys think you will plan for your next opponent coming off this bye week?
It's just going to be business as usual. We're all ready to go. We're all ramped up. So, as far as what the game plan is, we already have some eyes on it. Special shout out to Aaron Gooden. He's doing a great job all season long. Special shout out to Ty. The game plans he's coming up with are phenomenal. And it's just a whole group effort. TJ, Doug, Ethan, Fox, everyone from the ground up. It's name of my one album. It is essentially what we're building here in Seattle from the ground up, and third season, and we're excited to be here. Happy to be here, Ash.
Awesome.
Nemesis.
Thank you so much for your time, Pauly. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Ash.
And good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you. As to you as
All right,
well.
bro. Bye-bye. Thank you. Back to you in the booth.